So what we are going to discuss, we'll briefly talk about what are the job trends, what are the salaries, what is the career transition strategy in general and very specific to data science and AI. What is data science? What is big data? What is business analytics? We are trying to really just brush up some few definitions. We'll also see the examples. We'll also try to really see what role AI, ML, deep learning, data science is playing on in general on the world, on our life and various business scenario, how it is impacting, what are the skills required, and how do you really transition into AI and data science, specifically if you don't have any kind of coding background or you come from non-technical background. And I see usually a lot of people ask on Quora or different forums, and they're a bit confused about data science, business analytics. We'll try to really spend some time on that as well. We'll also see some real life use cases on business function areas like finance, marketing, also on different industry verticals like telecom, IT, automobile, and then question answer. Feel free to stop me and ask me question in between whenever you feel like. Use chat, use microphone, right, and ask. Wonderful. So let's see about what are the job opportunities in market. So I did some research and I could find out that there are roughly around 96,000 open jobs for data scientists on LinkedIn. There are over 23,000 jobs for business analytics on LinkedIn and 49,000 jobs for business analytics on Naukri. Demand for data analysts and data scientists set to increase by 41% by 2024. That is a World Economic Forum report. The average salary for data scientists in US is roughly around 113K. And in India, it is roughly around 10 lakh per annum. And that is as per the Glassdoor report. At Aegis, we have also seen in last 4 batches, typically the minimum salary starts from 8.5 lakh to 9.5 lakh rupees, and it goes up till 18 lakh rupees. So wherein typically the salaries for a software engineer who is working in any of the top 5 leading IT companies, they reach to 9.5 lakh rupees or 8.5 lakh rupees salary with experience of 2 to 3 years or 4 years experience, which is significantly quite a high jump. And moreover, these jobs are intellectually stimulating. You also feel that, yes, you're trying to solve problems. You also see the end result, whatever analysis you have done, whatever model you have built, you're able to see the end result. And that really is pretty exciting. As per IDC report, this is one of very important fundamental fact which IDC has published. IDC report says that roughly around 80% of applications will have an AI component. Now let me explain what does it mean. It means like if you see YouTube of 15 years old, 15 years back or 20 years back, YouTube was pretty dumb. And today, if you see today's YouTube has become just like your mother. It has become intelligent. So let's say if you're trying to really search for Rihanna song, it will start showing you the Rihanna song. If you're searching for machine learning lectures, it will start showing you the machine learning. If you're searching for Anup Jalota's song, it will start showing you the Anup Jalota song. So it has become just like it has started behaving just like your mother. So just like your mother can really read your mind, that if you don't like something, if you don't like paratha, she will really cook something for you, even you open up your mouth. And why she has gained this level of intelligence? Not because she is your mother, but she has also collected the data about you even when you were not born, right? And that data subconsciously she is able to process, right? And she is able to really find any kind of deviation from your baseline behavior. And precisely that's the intelligence majority of the cybersecurity softwares are also using. So what IDC report says that every legacy software which we have built, which is typically a rule-based software or any technology application which we have built, these all softwares and solutions need to undergo a huge transition. They need to start becoming more like a human, and they need to start behaving like intelligently. And the greatest example today, if you really see Chat GPT, which has created ripple across the world in last just couple of months, it is unlike a traditional chatbot, which is rule based, right? That what is the course fees, when the course is starting, what insurance policy I need to really buy, right? So they are able to really give you only responses which is feeded to their database, and they don't talk like, they don't converse with you in a human way. They converse you just like a robot, right, in a robotic fashion. Wherein Chat GPT, like a large language learning models, they are behaving extremely like a human, right? They can really have a human conversation. You can really ask any questions, and that's where the AI is going. So that's where the AI will be required. That's where the machine learning will be required, deep learning will be required, NLP will be required to infuse into traditional software so that they become smart. And what impact it is going to really have? uh, Essentially, that every software engineer who is building up a legacy software, they need to really undergo the understanding of machine learning, AI and deep learning and data science to make their softwares smarter, right? To give you example, my other company, Muni Campus, and we have been providing online examination, online assessment services in India for last couple of years. In fact, we were the first one to start online campus recruitment services way back in 2006. We have the online examination system, and during COVID period, the need emerged wherein you cannot really come on campus and you have to really appear for the examination remotely, and the software need to really behave human-like fashion, that it can really predict, it can tell you, identify whether it is the same person who is appearing for the examination or not. It is to really stop impersonation. And that's where one of our students actually built computer vision system, AI proctoring system to detect that impersonation, right? And it is using the deep learning technology. So although the software was like a 15-year-old, but it needed to become smart to adopt to the new kind of environment wherein the remote examination can be conducted with proctoring services, which typically happens in the classroom scenario. These are two also staggering data points which I would like to really share. McKinsey says that AI will contribute roughly around 15.7 trillion to the global economy in next 7 years. Let's understand the context, what this $15.7 trillion means. India's GDP is roughly around $2.8 trillion, which essentially means that the global economy, which will be impacted by AI, is going to be roughly around 5 times than the Indian economy. And India is not a small economy, right? India is among world's top 5 leading economies. So you can really understand the kind of impact it is going to really have. So it is not a hype. Those who just discard that it is AI wave is just like a simple wave, just like any other technology. No, it is not. I would like to really reiterate this point that um, in our lifetime, most of us, we typically see one or two waves of technology. And these one or two waves of technology is so profound that it can really impact not only your life, but your generation's life, right? And in last 50 years, if you really see mobile, internet, cloud, social, they have immensely impacted the life of billions of people, the way we are carrying our life, the way education is being conducted, the way business is being conducted. But at the same time, it has also provided employment to millions of people, the entire middle class layer, all of us, those who are connected over here. It's a creation of this mobile and internet era. Now, today, the era is about AI. And if you don't grab this opportunity, maybe perhaps in your entire lifetime, you will not get another opportunity. right? So this is the time that you grab this opportunity. The another statistics which was provided by McKinsey, that the global demand for the data scientists will exceed by roughly around 50%. Now, so there are a lot of, like, if you just Google it, you will find like what kind of opportunities, what kind of jobs are available in the market. But I just wanted to really highlight in this small time window that what are the jobs, what are the opportunities, and what kind of the market impact is AI is going to really have. And AI is not going to only impact IT, it is going to impact, it is impacting manufacturing, automobile, IT, telecom, healthcare, airline, almost every industry, right? So a lot of our students, they're working in Go Air to decide about dynamic pricing. Some of our students are working in Mercedes, Ford, right? And somebody can always ask, what is the need of data scientists in companies like Mercedes and Ford? Today, Tesla is nothing but it's basically AI company which also manufactures car, right? Because everybody else was manufacturing the car. So it is impacting almost all industries. We'll discuss more about the use cases subsequently. Let's spend some time in terms of career transition strategies. So some of you may not be from this field, of course, and you would like to decide whether this is the right field for you or not. And how do you do your career transition in this field, right? So I'll spend another 2 minutes time to discuss about some basic framework, that how, what steps you can really take, logical steps to arrive to the conclusion, and how do you really take the career transition. So first of all, you need to really evaluate and decide. And the first step you need to really do, why and what. Why you would like to shift into this field, and what is in it for you, right? And what kind of jobs you're going to really get into. So my recommendation is that read several JDs, job description about data scientists, machine learning engineers, business analysts, and see what skills they are asking for, right? And what qualification they require, what kind of salaries they are getting. Of course, I will be sharing all those stuff, but you need to really do some analysis at your own. Interact with those who are working as a data scientist, machine learning engineers, business analysts, deep learning engineers, uh, data engineers, because most of these roles look similar. Of course, they have a couple of similarity, but they also have some minor differences and nuances. Attend meetups, do networking, uh, arrive to this conclusion that what kind of skills and education qualification you'll require, right? So let's say you are BSc, or let's say you are a BCom, or let's say you are B mechanical engineer, you are MBA, you are PhD, and you want to transition into this field. Try to identify what skills you possess at this point of time, and what skills you will require to become a data scientist. What are the gaps, and how much time do you really have? Are you really working? Do you have enough flexibility that you can really go and do the full-time program? Try to really identify what are the transferable skills. So let's say, let me explain what is transferable skill. Let's example, you want to become a data scientist, and let's say you are working into marketing field. So since you're working in marketing field, you must have acquired good communication skill. And this good communication skill is extremely important to become a data scientist, right? And so this is a transferable skill. But let's say to become a data scientist, you'll require some understanding about Python, right? For data analysis, for building up a machine learning model. And as a marketeer, you don't have that skill, right? So that is a new skill which you have to really add on. Now, let's say you are working, say, operations analyst, right? So anyway, you will be doing with a lot of numbers. You must be good in statistics, right? So that is a transferable skill, because to become a data scientist, you'll require a number crunching capability. Let's say you are a BSc mathematics guy, right? So you will anyway bring on table your understanding about linear algebra and calculus, which will form the base for the machine learning and deep learning. Then once you do the analysis, that what are the hard skills which you need to acquire, what are the skills you already possess, which you can really transfer to this new job, and then you decide that is it really the right kind of field for you? Does it really excites you, or you're just doing it just for the peer pressure, right? And then you decide, and once you decide, then you will decision about whether you want to get into this field or not. Then you start preparing. Then you will start making a plan that yes, what are the skills, and I'll come down to those skill part in my subsequent slides. Then you'll make a plan that yes, these are the skills I need to acquire. This is the timeline I will set up to acquire these fields, and then you will start preparing your CV. You will start building up your portfolio projects through which you can really convince employer that yes, you not only you have acquired the skills and knowledge, but you can also demonstrate those skills by building up some products or by doing the data analysis, and do the mock interview preparation, and then start applying, right? And then finally launch your career. So this is more or less a framework on which you can really start evaluating whether it is the right field for you or not, prepare yourself, and finally launch. So let's come down and see what is data science. There are hundreds of definitions around there floating about data science. Some are too verbose, some are jargon, some are absolutely misleading. So here are a couple of definitions which I'd like to really share with you. But before that, let me tell you some historical perspective. What is data science? What is data scientist? And from where it has come. So data scientist word was coined by a gentleman, Dr. Patil. And Dr. Patil used to work for LinkedIn, as his friend Jeff used to work for Facebook. And both of these guys were not quite happy with their current designation, which was typically data analyst. And they met over evening over a beer. And both of them, they were contemplating the idea that what kind of new designation will suit to their job, because they were building up some data products and they were also analyzing text and other stuff which was not part of the traditional data analyst or business analyst job. And while they were having a friendly discussion and they were preparing the note, they came up with one of the fantastic designation which is called data scientist. And not only these guys, they have coined that word, but they have also crowned themselves with this designation called data scientist. So data scientist is not pretty old word. Of course, data science is pretty old phenomena. And since then, this data scientist designation became a vogue in Silicon Valley, right? And then DJ Patil subsequently became the first chief data scientist for US government. He has got Indian origin. And then in 2012, Dr. Patil wrote an article for HBR. And the title for that article is Data Scientist, the Sexiest Job of 21st Century. And that has made the world gone crazy, right? And this article has created a ripple around the world. So I would highly recommend Google it, Data Scientist, the Sexiest Job of 21st Century. Of course, the title is quite misleading. The job is not as sexy a job as Shah Rukh Khan or Deepika Padukone's job. It is pretty messy job because you have to spend a lot of time in terms of data gathering, data cleaning, right, building a model. So it's not a very sexy job. It's quite a boring job, intellectually challenging job. But why most of us we perceive that this is a sexy job? Because number one, the kind of money you really make. Number two, the kind of challenging problems you solve. So data scientists, they are working in almost every domain: healthcare, automobile, manufacturing, retail, e-commerce, IT, software, right, in government, almost every field. And they are solving quite challenging problems. So One of the problems, which I always give example, Dr. Geeta, she's running a company called Niramai, and they have done fabulous job, and she has built a model to detect breast cancer. So what they have done, they have built a deep learning model, and this model can really, with a very high accuracy, can really detect breast cancer. So what you do, you take a mobile phone, just put a thermal camera, and you take a thermal image. It's non-intrusive, no touch. You can do this scanning even in a mall or home or anywhere else. And with thermal image, they have built a model, and it can really diagnose and detect that yes, you have early sign of breast cancer. Cure AI, on other hand, is doing extremely good job here in Bombay, right? And you can really see enormous example right there. Not only solving the business problems, but solving unimaginable problems of the world. Like, so at our own lab, we are doing a solving a problem. In fact, we build a model, and that project is called Kojo. This Kojo project is essentially to stop child trafficking, human trafficking, woman trafficking. And what it does, if child goes missing, you just upload the photograph of a child. Let's say some child is gone missing from Jharkhand, maybe from Ranchi. You upload the photograph, and let's say this child was found here in Mumbai in some road begging. And let's say, as a aware citizen, you took the snap of that child, upload it through the mobile phone. It does the facial matching, and it sends alert to the parent. It sends alert to the uh, police station from where the complaint was launched. It will send an alert to the local police station, nearest police station. It will also send an alert to some NGO, because children cannot be kept hold in the police station. So it has got a potential to solve problems which are unimaginable. There is a there's a guy in Israel, a team of scientists. They have built a model to predict the flood in Gangetic Plain, right? And so it has got an immense potential. I love to call it like a Brahmastra. It is not a this knowledge is so powerful. This knowledge is so immensely powerful that it has the power to really solve any problem you can really think of. Right? So take a let's discuss couple of definitions. So data science is all about making the sense of the data. This is the simplest definition. So let me give you example. Let's say you have historical data about stock price, and you want to really predict what will be the stock price of Tech Mahindra, say on next Monday. You can do that. Let's say very simple example. You want to predict that how much rainfall Mumbai will have, say on 15th of June or in the end of the June. So based on the last 30 years historical data, you can actually predict that what kind of rainfall Mumbai will be having. Let's say now corona cases are increasing in last 1 week, and you want to really predict what kind of corona cases number Mumbai will have, right? So that the BMC or the state authorities can really get prepared in terms of vaccination, hospitalization, and based on the trends, you can actually build a model and forecast that what kind of number this will really have. So data science uh, is does not only involve analyzing the small number, but it also analyzes the large number. Data science, my definition of modern data science is data science is basically traditional analytics, because traditional analytics was also doing the same thing, which is analyzing the data and giving you the insight. Now, what is so different? Is it the new name of analytics? No. Uh, Traditional analytics, whether you call it business analytics or data analytics or statistical analysis, was limited to the small amount of the data, and it was limited to the structured data. Now, Post this internet era, which is post 2000, we generated a huge amount of the data, and this data was also from different sources and different type of a data. Not only structured data, we were generating images, videos, text, right? So there were structured data, unstructured data, semi-structured data, and we needed to really analyze this data for various reasons. Perhaps one of the most important reasons which led to the growth of this AI is which ad you're likely to click. And it is a huge problem, and that's how Google or Facebook could really monetize. So Facebook need to really analyze the text data, video data, the image data, every content you are putting to figure it out what ad you're likely to click, and based on that, their whole business model is. So, of course, the use case is old that what product you're likely to buy, what ad you're likely to click, but the only change which has brought in over here that you are not analyzing the only small structured data, you're also analyzing the large volume of the data. And that's where the traditional statistical methods were insufficient to really do so. And hence, we borrowed a lot of AI tools and technologies, which is essentially computer vision to analyze the images, machine learning, deep learning, natural language processing to analyze the text, that whatever the uh, comment people are making on reviews, can you really identify whether these are the fake reviews or not, those kind of stuff. So modern data science is basically doing the analysis, applying the analytics on a big data, right? And with the help of various AI technology and tools. The another third definition of data science is all about, is also about automating data science to build data products. So data scientists not only analyze the data, which typically business analysts and data analysts also do, but at the same time, they also build the data products. And let me give you an example. Let's say all of you uh, have been buying some products on eBay or Amazon or Flipkart, right? Or maybe watching movies on Netflix, you're using YouTube. And if you go and buy, search for a shirt, red t-shirt, Amazon will give you a red t-shirt recommendation, not white. And this is also data analysis. But you're not doing it manually again and again, right? And based on your search pattern, based on the past purchases, Amazon is able to really give you the product recommendation because there are billions of products. They are able to really bring about the personalization layer to you. And this is called recommender system, right? And recommender system has a power to really bring about almost two-thirds of the revenue on the table. And this is such a powerful tool. And almost every e-commerce company, no e-commerce company can really think about today running without recommender system. One of our student, Shruti, has contributed in terms of building up a recommender system for GeoMart, right? So, and this is a major difference between data scientists and traditional business analysts or traditional data analysts. That not only they are able to do data analysis, but at the same time, they're able to build data products, right? Which eliminates this need of manual data analysis. Hope it makes sense. So where data science is being used. So some of the examples of where data science is being used is predicting why patients are being readmitted, insurance frauds, customer analytics, fraud detection, risk management, driverless car, targeted advertisement, which customers we should provide loan, which customer we should really deny, how much loan we need to really provide. All fintech companies, they are trying to really build a model uh, to disburse a loan in a small amount for customers, those who do not have any credit score, just like a CIBIL. And how do you really provide them the loan? This is a big problem. So unbanked population across the world is a huge population, but they also need a financial instrument. They also need the loans. And that's where fintech has really contributed in big way across the world. Speech recognition, medical diagnosis, right? Cancer diagnostic, pothole detection project we are running at Aegis as well. Job recommender system, profile recommender system, AI proctoring examination, uh, advertisement recommendation, right? So you name it, and you will find that almost every application you can use uh, this technology to actually open your phone, right? Which the facial recognition technology. So almost every area it is you will find that it is being used. Let me show you, run some video for you, and you will get some
Good
idea.
morning, all of you, and welcome to Data Science Congress. And today is one of the last day, and we have been given an opportunity by Mr. Bhupesh to present our project that we have done here. So before I start with what the project is about, like let's go back sometime where there was a time when we all used to click a lot
He's
of
currently
photographs
working
back in
with
the days when
Meta.
films, it was made out of films, and we used to share a lot of memories. And when we used to show our photographs to our family, we used to always tell a kind of a backstory as to what was happening before we clicked that image. There are a lot of memories linked to that. And fast forward to today's current age, now photos are being clicked everywhere. Get up in the morning, people are posting photographs in various social media platforms such as your Facebook stories, WhatsApp stories, Instagram stories. And really the essence of the photograph has been lost today, and it's just been spamming everywhere. And incidentally, even not yesterday, can I also generate a story
into the same vector space. So we can have a similar cosine similarity to it. It's a bit story.
So what these
So
folks
as the
have done,
caption suggests,
that you just upload a photograph and it will generate the story based on this photograph, right? And this kind of phenomena has become quite new, but these folks they have done in 2018. Now you will find a lot of hundreds of AI applications which are generating stories from text or images. That was so incredible. These guys were so ahead of the time, and they did this project in 2018. Right. So one of the guy of this part of the project is working in Meta. The other guy is working in Poland. And I'm proud that there are students and they have developed these products in our lab. This is another example of application of data science and AI, wherein a group of students they have built a product for car damage detection. Let's watch what they have done.
So first, user have to upload an image where a number plate is visible so that we can validate that this car is registered with an insurance company. So as you can see, that number plate has been detected and this is the number plate. Second step is we have to upload an image of a car where damage is visible. So here our image classification and image segmentation model will be working in backend. So as you can see in this output image that clearly a dent has been detected in the front. And you can see that car, it is validated, damage is validated, location is front and severity is severe. And this is our team.
So another project, this was done by two students, both of them were from BCom background. They build a product to do the automated
Shahar to Watson. That's a good
cricket
length
commentary.
ball. And he gets down on his haunches.
Right? This was the Kojo project which I was talking about. It is to identify missing children and to stop women trafficking. Now, this was the analysis which we did at our lab. We segregated, we analyzed thousands of jobs which are out there on the internet and try to identify which are the key skills which is needed to become a data scientist. And this is based on the thousands of jobs analysis. So one of the significant job which you can really see on the screen is the Python, SQL, machine learning, right? NLP, statistics, Hadoop. These are the various skills which is required to become a good data scientist. This is one of the product which is live on our portal, which is job recommender system, and this takes in consideration of the your qualification, your skills, and based on that, it really provides you the recommendation about the jobs. This is the learners analytics, which is again live on Muni campus. Now let's discuss a couple of questions, that what questions you are likely to solve in any business scenario, and why you need to relearn business analytics and data science for that matter. So a couple of questions. Number one question is what is happening, which is typically comes under the data exploration and discovery. Second question, fund. This is typically a descriptive analytics. So what happened? Let's say, for example, you publish an advertisement about a OnePlus phone, a new model, and you would like to really know how many mobile phones you actually sold and how many people actually visited website. Or let's say Mumbai University Vice Chancellor would like to really know that how many candidates appeared for examination and how many actually passed. So this is called descriptive analytics. Then we do the diagnostic, just like you're having the fever, you're feeling sick, and then you want to identify why you gone sick and why do you have a fever. So you typically visit a doctor, doctor writes you diagnostic, go and do the blood test. Similarly, in business, if you have to really analyze, let's say I gave you the example that you release a newspaper ad and you wanted to really sell, say, 10,000 mobile phones, but you only sold 5,000, right? So you would like to really do the diagnostic that why did it happen, right? Why did you only sold 5,000 mobile phones? Why not 10,000? Where did you miss the target, right? Uh, then what will happen, right? So let's say you you visited a doctor, diagnostic report came that you have coronavirus or you have some viral infection or say bacterial infection in your throat. So doctor will do the risk assessment, and if your throat infection is severe, then doctor will write you the antibiotics, right? So likewise in business scenario, let's say you did do the diagnostic that yes, your social media spend was low or your price was pretty high, and that's the reason you could not really sell the mobile phone, right? So and then you will predict that if you continue like that, in the next quarter or next month you will again miss the target, right? So next month, as compared what you planned, what you targeted that you will sell 20,000 units, you will sell only 6,000 units. And that's typically a predictive analytics, right? So, and then once you're able to really see that, yes, you will miss the target by a huge margin, then you need to really write a prescription just like a doctor, what you should do. So, so doctor once diagnosed that yes, you have a fever because of a viral or throat infection. Doctor writes you prescription. Doctor gives you antibiotics. So like that, in business scenario, you will also write a prescription that okay, you are not able to sell because of these following reasons. Your social media presence was low. People were not aware about the product, or competitors have launched product at much lower price, or your price was high, or your reviews were bad, or whatever the reason. So you analyze those reasons, and then you try to really, come up with a strategy so that you can really counter that. So either you will reduce the price, you will offer the discount, or you will pump in the money for the advertisement, or all those kind of stuff. So essentially, to solve these kind of answer these kind of questions, you need to really every question. If you really see, if you have to answer, you need to analyze the data, right? And for building up a prediction model, you'll take the help of say machine learning and deep learning to do the prediction based on the past data. Now let's see uh, where the data science is applied, which I have already told you, but uh, what are the fundamental building blocks for the data science? So you need to have the domain knowledge, which is one of the most important thing. The second foundation pillar of data science to become a master in data science, you need to be extremely good in mathematics, linear algebra, calculus, statistics, probability, because that form the base. So every analysis is essentially a mathematical analysis, right? So let's say, for example, even if you want to really find out what is the say average ticket size people are buying the product on Amazon, it has got the average. If you want to really find out what is the profitability, or if I reduce my price by say 30%, what will be my impact on my revenue? It is all mathematical calculation. The only difference is over here that you are doing these calculations on absolutely large number. And in predictive analytics, you're trying to really do the prediction based on the past data, right? So it's all is mathematics. So you need to love mathematics, and your brain need to really be tuned to mathematical thinking, right? Uh, so first, domain knowledge, because domain knowledge will give you uh, questions. Domain knowledge will help you that what are the problems which I need to really solve, right? Uh, but you need not to really worry about the domain knowledge. As you really start working in the field, you will find a lot of domain experts will be working with you to really give you hand, right? Let's example, uh, you're working for banking and finance and you're fresher, you have no idea, right? So somebody from your existing team, they will bring the domain knowledge, they will hold your hand, and even the client will also pass some domain knowledge to really you. So as a fresher, don't worry about at this point of time about domain knowledge much. And subsequently, slowly and gradually, as you keep on working for BFSI, or if you keep on working for healthcare or airline or automobile, you will start picking up the lingos of those domains. First, domain knowledge, mathematics, machine learning. So machine learning is again built on essentially linear algebra, calculus, and statistics concepts. So if you're good at that, then you'll not have any difficulty in machine learning and deep learning, right? And deep learning is machine learning. Deep learning is hugely applied in computer vision, natural language processing. All these chat GPT and other stuff you're seeing is outcome of deep learning only. And this is essentially just replica of the human brain, right? So deep learning is built on the neural network. IT tools, you need to really know a lot of IT tools, which is like Python, R, Tableau, Power BI, SQL. You need not to worry about that because most of these modern tools are pretty easy to understand. Python is English-like language, right? So you don't have to really worry about that. You can easily pick up those stuff, and they keep on coming and they keep on going. So you don't have to really worry. The only thing which is constant in this is basically mathematics and perhaps the domain knowledge, right? Uh, where it is applied, as I told you, it is applied in almost every sector. You will not find any sector which is untouched from this. Top skills for data scientists. Earlier, this is repetition. You need to know statistics, programming, predictive modeling, machine learning, data wrangling, data model deployment. So not only you have to really build the models. Now, as a full stack data scientist, you also need to really learn the art of model deployment. To give you example, let's say you have built a model of doing the job recommendation, which is nothing but it's a bunch line of code in Python language. But how does this recommender system, a code which is in a Python, is going to work on PHP site, right? And for a large number of users, and that is where you need to really learn the art of model deployment. And that's where Aegis is working for last couple of years to build data scientists, full stack data scientists, that not only they're able to formulate the problem, uh, understand the mathematics, write the code, but build the model, test it, but also deploy it on the cloud and see the magic in a live website or an app, right? And let me tell you, this is a hard hitting fact that most of the models, 90% of the models, they never see the uh, light. Most of the models, they die. And for me, model is just like a soul. A soul without a body is a ghost. So model needs a body, and that body is basically a web application or a mobile application, right? So you need to really understand the nuances of deployment, and this skill comes pretty handy, specifically in startup companies. Large companies do have the separate team, those who will be doing this deployment part, but typically startup companies, if you really know, you'll grow exponentially. Data scientists, so a lot of people, they ask this question, data science versus AI. This is an absolutely wrong question. Data science is about analyzing the data. Data science is about building up a data products. While AI is a combination of multiple technologies and tools, uh, and they are not data science versus AI. So data scientists, they use AI techniques, which I have earlier mentioned in my earlier definition, that data scientists, to analyze the data, they also use various AI techniques. To give you example, data scientists use machine learning to find the pattern in data. They use computer vision to analyze the video or image data. They use natural language processing to identify the hidden pattern or summarize the textual data, right? Uh, so traditional business analysts, they're relying on statistical technique to analyze the data. But since the data volume has grown immense and there's different kind of data, you cannot rely on only simple statistical analysis. You require various AI tools and technologies to analyze the data. So data scientists, they need to master various AI techniques to actually analyze the data and build the data product. Now, a lot of people, they ask this question about the difference between data scientists, business analyst, and data analyst. This is a crude analogy. Don't feel get hurt if you're data analyst and business analyst. Uh, Data scientists, they are like an Iron Man, right? So these data scientists, not only they can really analyze the data, but they can also build data products, and that's a major difference. So I would stop it over here, and I will open the forum for questions and answers to all of you guys. So we have 5 minutes, and we can really take a couple of questions. I can spend hours and hours talking about data science and AI. I don't want to become Ashanam Bapu. Feel free, Priyanka, Dinesh, if you have any questions. Great. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for your patience hearing, and I hope that this session will really add value to you. If you have any questions, do write it to me. Feel free to really connect me over LinkedIn, and I would love to really respond to you. And you can watch my other videos, detailed videos on YouTube to get some insight. Thank you. Thank you so much and wish you good luck. Bye bye.